Alright, I did a couple things off camera because I was getting tired and run out of space to take more video and didn't want to mess around with all that. So anyway, what I did essentially was I built the nesting box area. I've got two boards pinned together with some pieces here, and on the inside, which I'll show you later, I did a little lip so that all their shavings and stuff don't go into the main part of the coop, and I can just clean this out separate of the main coop. You know, just the stuff laying around in the yard, and so there's that. And yeah, so basically what I got to do is I've got two rare earth magnets, so I'm just going to drill a small hole, and then they're square, so I'll just make it square with a chisel and epoxy it in there, and the same on the back of the door here. And then we'll put a handle on here, and there'll be no latch, it'll just be the magnet. They're really strong magnets. So yeah, so that's how we're going to do that. I got to put the board up along the bottom there, which should be fairly straightforward. And then I just got to cut some bits for the roof and make a ramp for the front. I'm not going to put a door on the front because honestly, we have a door on our other coop and we never close it, ever. So I don't see the point in wasting any time or effort making a door. After that, it'll just be some roosting poles in the coop, and I still got to come up with a solution for the rainwater, just because the tongue on this trailer is, you know, 4 feet long or whatever, and if I put I was going to weld on some angle and then have a platform for my rainwater cans, but that would just severely reduce the turning radius when you're hooked up to a vehicle. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there quite yet. That might be something that I do a little later. It's supposed to rain a lot the next week. Today is basically my last day to do this. So, and I was going to steal the roof from the other coop to put on this one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, anyway, I'm going to get to it here and make it happen. Alright, so this isn't the roofing from the other coop. This is some basically salvaged roofing material that I got from my folks. I've overlapped quite a bit, like a whole panel, I guess you could sort of, like not a whole panel, but like a whole section. And that was just so that I only had to cut a tiny bit off one. And so I basically laid it all out how I want it and clamped it down, and then cut my panels, and I cut them with enough overlap and that left enough for me to cover the nesting box. So hopefully this will all work out. Basically everything's fairly square and ready to go. All I got to do is fire screws in it. Because I spent so much time on this, I'm just going to throw a quick clear coat on it. And I did build the ramp, which will get attached whenever the chickens are moving in. Alright, well that's it for today. The only things I have left to do is to do a magnet latch for the nesting box and the handle for that. And I've got the ramp. Built. Just going to attach it wherever the coop goes, and then if I move it, just unscrew it and take it with. I might put another coat of that clear Varathane or whatever it is on there. I'm pretty happy with it. This whole top's going to stay open for ventilation for the chickens. And yeah, just a couple roosting poles to do on the inside of the coop, and it'll pretty much be ready to move in. Still got to attach a gutter on the back and figure out what I'm going to do about the rainwater. So anyway, there you have that. It's supposed to rain for like the next 10-14 days, something like that. So I'm going to wheel this thing under a car tent and call it good for now. I'll probably work on it a little bit under the tent tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, it's nearly there. How good does that feel?
Pretty good. It doesn't have our sign on it yet.
No, we'll have to work on that.
Okay, cool. Thanks, babe.
Welcome, my love.
So I came out this morning. This is like would be day 3 of putting the coop here and getting the wire and the net all set up, and 6 out of 7 of my chickens are dead. Right, so I found all the chickens. One of them, I guess, got trapped next to the fence, and the other ones were 5 of them were all in a hole, all in the same spot. And 2 of them are completely missing their heads. 2 of them, the heads are almost Gandhi. And the one that was trapped in the fence is mostly intact. So at this point, I'm definitely thinking that it was a mink. It sucks. Did all that work to build that coop, and a couple days later they're all dead. We're gonna give the the last remaining one there to our neighbor. And yeah, there you have it. Should have put a door on that coop. Damn it.